Welcome back to Mrs. Stewart's Crochet Club. Today we are going to make a 8-petaled African violet granny square. I am using a 5mm hook today. I'm also using Bernat Premium yarn in various different colors. Grab your hook, grab your yarn, let's get started. I hope you enjoy this project. All right, to begin our African flower square, we're going to start with a slip knot. So I just take my yarn and cross it over itself, and then I reach in through the back and I pull through the working yarn. So that should make your slip knot. Put that on your hook. We're going to start with a chain of 5. So here we go. Yarn over and pull through the hoop 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to connect it to the first stitch, the first chain in the series of 5. And now you should have a loop. You should see there's a circle right in the middle. So we're going to be doing clusters of 2 double crochets, but the first one is going to be chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And next we're going to add a double crochet into the center of that circle. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop through the center. You have 3 on your hook. You should pull through 2 and pull through 2. So that is our first cluster of 2. We're going to end up with 8 of these. So we're going to chain 1 between the clusters, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets together. There's 1. And 2. Chain 1 and another cluster. 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Okay. So when you are done your last cluster, you're going to chain 1, and then we're going to find the top of the first starting chain of 3, and we're going to connect to the top with a slip knot. Now we're going to cut our color, and we're going to be changing colors here. Okay, so moving on to round number 2, we're going to find a space between the 2 clusters. So there's the 2 double crochets and then the chain 1, 2 double crochets and 1. So in that chain 1 space, we're going to add our next color yarn. And all I'm doing for mine is I am just looping it over the hook and I'm pulling it through. And you don't have to tie a knot. You can if you want. However, I don't tie knots. So I'm just going to make sure that I hold on to my tail end and incorporate that when I do my stitches. So here we go. The first one is chain 3, 2, 3. And then we're going to do another double crochet into that same space. 1, 2, chain 1, and 2 double crochets into that same space. So we should have 4 double crochets in that space and a chain 1 in the middle. So the next one, we're going to move on to the next chain space from the previous round. We're going to do 2 double crochets. 1, 2, chain 1, and 2 double crochets. And this is going to be the pattern all the way around until you get to the end. Next space, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, so as I was crocheting, I kind of incorporated my tails from the previous round a little bit. I'm going to cut those off in a moment. So what are we going to do now that we've gotten to the end? We're going to find the top of the chain 3 that we started with. 2, 3, and we're just going to join into it like that. This is not a color changing row. So what we're going to do, some people will chain directly from here, but I like to get to the corner space. So I'm going to slip to the next stitch and then slip into that corner space to start our next round. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. We have a center, we have the second round, 1, 2, and moving on to the third round, we're going to start with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to do 6 double crochets into that same space that we just joined from. 6 double crochets. Okay, so we're going to look at how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the chain counts as 7. So we need to have a total of 7 things coming out of this space. We're going to go to the next space that is between the chain, the 2 double crochets. So 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. In that space, we're going to be doing 7 double crochets. So each of these spaces all the way around is going to have 7 double crochets. Okay, so there's 7, 7. Moving on, each little corner here, you're going to be putting 7 double crochets all the way around. Okay, so I've made it all the way around, and all I'm going to do is attach to the top of the third, all I'm going to do now is attach to the chain 3 from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, attach to that. And now we are going to change colors. So I'm going to cut my yarn. And I'm going to actually just slip this through and pull it a little tight. Okay, so this is looking good. We just are going to get a contrasting color now to do the border around the flower. So we're going to be starting at the first stitch of one of these clusters. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to start in the space that's right above there. So right here, I'm going to insert my hook. Again, we're going to be attaching yarn. You can do a slip knot. You can just loop it over and then tuck the ends in. It's your choice. Maybe I'll do a slip knot this time so you can see how that's done. So I'm just going to do a little slip knot and put it on my hook. Pull it through. And I'm going to do a little chain 1 just to secure it. And now I'm going to do 7 single crochets all the way across. So I'm going to go back into that one I just joined in. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so here is where it gets a little bit tricky. Some people will use an elongated single crochet, but today I'm going to be using a double crochet. And what we're going to do is we're going to be double crocheting over top of this space and into the space between these two. So watch what I'm doing. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to stick my hook all the way down, skip that space, go into this space here, keeping everything nice and loose. And I'm going to grab the yarn and I'm going to finish it as a double crochet. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is what it should look like. So there is a long line. Again, some people use a single crochet, but I'm going to be using a double today. Now we're going to do 7 single crochets. I'm going to go right into that space there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're going to be making our long double crochet now. So yarn over, insert through the second hole down, pull up a loop, nice and loosely, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, we're going to find that next stitch here, and we're going to do 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, keep going, do your double crochet and 7 along the fan. Okay, so we've made it all the way around, and we're just finished the last long double crochet. I'm just going to take my hook and I'm going to slip into the very first stitch that we began with, pull it through, and that's the last part for this color. So we're going to be changing colors again to our border color now. So whatever that may be for you is what you should be switching it to now. So I just snipped my yarn. I'm going to just pull it on through. Okay, so going on with the next round, we're going to start squaring it up here. Grab your border color and look for the double crochet, the long double crochet. We're going to skip the one next to it, and we're going to start in the second one from that double crochet. So that's where we're beginning. I'm inserting my hook, and I'm going to put my new color on. And I've got the tail end. I'm going to control that as I'm going here. So we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to chain 1. Okay, so here is where we're starting our first corner. Our first corner is going to go into the space that's above this large double crochet. We're skipping 2, and we're going to do 2 treble crochets. Treble crochet, we're double or triple crochet, I'm not sure. We're going to go 2 times around, insert through that space, and pull up a loop. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4 on your loop, on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, go again. We need 2 of these. So go over twice, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, so this is the first part of the corner. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do 2 more of those triple crochets into that same spot. So go around twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, go around twice again, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. We're going to chain 1, skip 2, 1, 2, and in the third stitch from that space, we're going to do a a single crochet. We're going to be doing 4 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now in the next space, we're going to skip this one, and in the next space, which is attached to the big double crochet, we're going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert through that stitch, yarn over and pull through all 3. We're going to skip the next stitch and go and do 4 more single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we've reached a corner again. So we are going to chain 1. We're going to skip 2 stitches, and in the large double crochet, we're going to be doing the 2 triple crochets. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do a second pair of triple crochets into that same space. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1. Okay, we're going to be skipping these 2 stitches, and we're going to be doing 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're back to, it's a little bit messy where I've tied off here, but we're just going to pull it back and ignore it. Okay, so now we are going to skip 1 and do a half double crochet. Okay, skip the next one, and we're going to do 4 more. Now where my knot is, it's a little bit messy, so I'm just going to take a second to look at this. Okay, so we're going to skip that one, and we're going to go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've gotten around that side. We're going to do another chain 1. And we're going to be making another corner. So skip 2, triple crochet into that 1, 2 triple crochet, chain 3, and 2 more triple crochets into that same space. Chain 1, skip 2, 1, 2, and do 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're back to, this is a side, it's not a corner, so we are going to be doing our half double crochet into the stitch. So skip the next one, and then half double crochet, skip, and then do 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here we are at our last corner. We're going to chain 1, skip 2, and then do the triple crochets. 1, 2, chain 3, oops, another triple, 2 more triple crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, skip 2, and then do your 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're back to the side stitch. So we've done our 4. We're going to skip this one and do a half double crochet in the top of the double crochet from before. And then now we've reached the end. So we're going to skip this one and we're going to slip stitch into the top of this first stitch. Okay, take a second, flatten out your piece a little bit to admire your work. We have one more round to go. We're almost done with our square. Okay, so I am at the very last stitch of my previous round. I am going to chain 1, and then I'm going to yarn over, and into that same stitch that we just were coming out of, we're going to do a half double crochet. Here we go. So half double crochet, everybody's favorite. What's yours? Tell me in the comments below. Mine is the half double crochet. So we're going to go around this whole square with half double crochets, and each stitch gets a half double crochet. Even the chain 1 spaces, we'll put one there too. Okay, now in the corners, we're going to be doing 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3. We're going to just be chaining 2 here. 1, 2, and then 3 half double crochets again in the same space. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to continue. And the top of that triple stitch, we're going to be doing another one. 1. And we're just going to continue all the way down this side. Even in the single crochet spaces, we're going to put a half double crochet. So continue all the way around. The corners are 3, chain 2, 3. Okay, we've come up to the very end. I've done my last stitch. I'm just going to attach with a slip stitch the top of my first one. Slip it through. Get your scissors, cut your end, and pull that one on through. And then just take some time and weave in all your ends, clip them off, and look at this beautiful. I love it. Let me see if, okay, so it looks so good. I love this. And if you want to take the extra step and block it, all you would do is get, you could get a board, or you could use a couch cushion. You could use any flat and soft object. You would just take some pins. You would dampen this with some water, and then you can take some pins and pin it down. And as it dries, it will take that shape. But for me, I think I'm going to make this into a cushion pillow, or a pillow cushion cover. So I'm going to make maybe 3 more of these and sew them together, and then do an opposite side. So I guess I'll be making 8 in total. But what a very nice square to make. I love the African flower motif. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this project. Remember that sometimes everyone does things differently. So maybe somebody else would do this technique in a different way than I did, or the same, who knows? That's the joy of crafting and crocheting. And this is how I make a square African violet.